like, this guy went to a fish store, and he asked the lady, he was like, "Can I get this fish here?" And she got it, and she handed it to him. He was like, "Can I get a plastic bag?" And the lady was like, "Oh, it's already inside." I want to take this moment to say, look around you. Look at the trees and the buildings. Think of all the memories that you've made in this beautiful city. And then realize that all of this may be underwater if we don't do anything about it. The Constitution states that we have the right to liberty, life, and the pursuit of happiness. And Trump is not giving us that. You see, Trump believes that climate change is a hoax. In fact, the Trump administration has rolled back regulations to cut emissions of heat-trapping carbon dioxide from lower and industrial plants and pushed for more coal use. I would also like to talk about the Amazon fires. I would like to acknowledge that they were burning for 2 weeks, and then we talked about them for like 3 days, and then we stopped talking about them. Humans have already destroyed about 15% of the Amazon, and scientists say that if we lose 10% more, we could possibly lose the Amazon. The ecosystems could collapse. These fires are caused by humans. They illegally burn patches of the forest to make room for cattle, mining, and farming. Over in Brazil, the president is Jair Bolsonaro, and this is his first year in office, which is no coincidence. He believes that the Amazon should be burned to make room for mining and ranching. He also says that the environmental laws protecting the Amazon is suffocating his country and is looking to eliminate all protected areas. Not to mention that he's a Trump supporter, so that says a lot. The Amazon gives us 20% of our oxygen, and it absorbs 2 billion tons of carbon emissions each year. If we lose the forest, that would be absolutely horrible for us. I would also like to talk about animals going extinct. Every day, 200 species go extinct. Think about that, 200 in one day. And if we continue, the numbers will increase. Here are some fun facts. Only 3,900 tigers are left in the world. Our last white rhino died 2 days ago. The tiny vaquita porpoise, one of the rarest marine mammals, can go extinct any day now because there are less than 30 left. Polar bears are at risk. We are melting their home and they have nowhere to go and no food because seals are being hunted, none other by us. I saw an absolutely heartbreaking photo of a polar bear where he's literally down to the bone, left on a thin block of ice. I also read somewhere that in a small town in Russia, there are packs of polar bears invading the town. And there's videos of bears where they're literally in people's houses and stores because we're melting their actual natural habitat. This is so serious that the town called a state of emergency. But I mean, imagine waking up and going to your kitchen and just seeing a polar bear just there. Like, you know, now tell me, have you heard about that on the news? No, you haven't, because they don't talk about important things. They just talk about the Kardashians and all of that nonsense and drama. Not important things. Now, what can we do about this? We can go vegan. The Amazon is being cut down for cattle farming. We could recycle, reduce water waste, and walk more instead of driving. Seriously though, we have 12 years to get ourselves out of this mess, correct? Wrong. 18 months to change. And we're talking about a drastic change. If we don't change, we're looking at a mass extinction by 2050. You know, I actually look forward to having kids someday, but now that I think of it, that actually sounds useless. They might not even make it through high school, so I guess I'll probably just adopt like 20 dogs. But come on, how can we let this happen? We are literally killing ourselves slowly, and no one is saying anything. Our only planet, our home, is burning people. There is no planet B. We have to do something, and since the adults aren't doing anything, let's us, the youth, do something about it. Alright, I'ma head out.